Welcome back, friends, to Coincidence or God Incidents. With me now are Rich and Linnea Forney. Welcome to the program, both of you.
Thank you.
You know, I have a smoke alarm on all 3 levels of my home as I want to be sure my family gets out of, just in case there's a fire. But there are cases when families aren't living in their own home, and that's the case today. Right, Linnea?
That is correct. We had just recently came into a situation where we had to move back in with my parents. It was a sacrifice on their part, so they had to adjust a few things, and the blessing is I got to move back into my old home. But so we were very excited, and we had an 18-month-old and a 3-year-old, and he went into the room right next to our room, into the little nursery. So he had a little room with a little door on it. But then we had to move back into my room, which was good, but I was always frustrated growing up.
And where is the room? Where is the room?
Down in the basement.
Right.
So we went down into the basement and went back to my room, and I could never shut that door when I was growing up, and it just bothered me that I could never shut my door. Well, now my husband and I were moving into that room, and we never could really shut that door tight, which was fine because the baby was right next door to our room. So there's a little hallway, and there's a room for the baby and a room for our room, and so we were really excited that we were able to go back and live with my parents, but
Neat.
But back to that frustrating door.
One day, yeah, we all got one of those.
Yes.
You go like that, it almost comes off the hand. Rich, one day you're working upstairs, you hear a noise. Talk to us.
I did. I heard a noise downstairs. I had put Cody down for a nap and had the monitor upstairs, and I heard a faint noise in the background, and I wasn't quite sure what it was. I thought I was going to wake him up from his nap. And so I made my way down to the lower level and down one flight of stairs and down another, and it got a little bit louder as I got down there. And then I realized it was the fire alarm going off in the basement. And my heart started pounding, and I made my way, jumped down the next flight of stairs, and was hit by a cloud of smoke coming out of the basement. And I didn't know what was going on, but I tucked and moved into that lower level, and as I passed our bedroom, I saw flames coming off the bed. And I realized the fire was in our bedroom, and Cody was right next door, so I ran to get him and opened up his door, and there wasn't any smoke in his room at all. So I grabbed him, woke him up, tucked him, grabbed a blanket, and I turned my back to our room. The smoke and the chemicals that were burning were really hot and intense, and I made my way upstairs to get them out of the house.
Wow, got him out.
Got him out safe.
Where did the fire start, and where was the smoke alarm?
The fire started in our bedroom. A electric blanket had shorted out and smoldered and turned into flames, and the fire alarm itself was over a wood burner in the back corner of the basement. So the smoke eventually had moved over to that area to set off that alarm to alert me that there was something going on down in that basement.
What did the firemen say?
Well, the firemen, when they came, they were astonished. They thought that the fire should have consumed the whole house. They said it's a good thing that that door to that bedroom was shut. Otherwise, this whole house would have been gone by the time we got here.
But the door didn't close.
The door,
That was what that door
We
that
never
could
shut
not have
that
been
clo-
closed.
we never shut the door.
So they said the door was closed. Why'd they say it was closed?
Well, they said the door was closed, and they said there was even evidence of the fact that the door was closed the whole time.
What was that?
The carpeting was burned right up to the door. There was a strip of carpeting where the door was closed that did not burn. The whole back of the door was charred. The handle was melted down. So the intense heat stayed inside that room.
When you ran in, you saw.
I saw the flames coming off the bed. I was hit by the smoke coming out of the room.
What do you make of this?
That door, you know, God can shut a door. If he can shut the door of the ark, he can shut a bedroom door. So, you know,
I don't know.
the door was open. The smoke, it set off the smoke alarm. The door was shut. It protected the home and alerted us to save Cody.
Because, if I'm hearing you correctly, because a door was both open and closed at the same time.
My son
You have
was saved.
you have a son. How did this affect your faith as a family, Linnea?
It just grew us closer. We knew that we dedicated our children right from the beginning back to the Lord, and so when that happened, I thank the Lord every day that He has blessed us with children, but they're His kids. You know, we raised them, but they're His.
Thank goodness that door was, well, I don't know if we're glad that the door was open or that door was closed.
We
We're
don't
glad
know.
that it was both.
We're
glad that it
And
was
only
both.
heaven knows what happened.
Absolutely.
Rich
That's right.
and Linnea, thank you. And someday we'll be out on the tour by you. We'll bring Cody and Teresa along too. Can we do that?
That'd be
Yes.
great.
God bless you
Absolutely.
guys. And Coincidence or God Incidents will return right after this.